into the back of the net. Medina! Go for the birthday boy! Goal! Devo pegar torre! Oh my goodness!
To Sports Shake Field, the Silverside Ice Center's arena, where every night is Fan Appreciation Night. The Comets are currently on a 3-game winning streak and have moved into second place in the South Central Division. The team is looking to make it 4 in a row tonight, including back-to-back wins over the Ambush. So let's show our visitors from the other side of the state and everyone watching live on MASL TV just how loud this place can get. Come on, Comets fans, let's make some noise! Now let's meet tonight's opponent, the St. Louis Ambush. Defender, number 3, Robert Acosta. Forward, number 9, Stefan St. Louis. Midfielder, number 10, Lucas Almeida. Midfielder, number 12, Clayton. Defender, number 13, Alex Duarte. Defender, number 15, Douglas Dos Santos. Goalkeeper, number 17, Paulo Nascimento. Forward, number 18, Joanne Laidley. Forward, number 20, JT Thomas. Forward, number 21, Justin Stinson. Forward, number 22, Zach Regat. Midfielder, number 25, Nick Powers. Defender, number 33, Pepe. Midfielder, number 40, Mario Marcos. Defender, number 70, Machi. Defender, number 95, Felipe. Head coach of the Ambush is Everton. The St. Louis Ambush. Come on out here, Comet. Say hi to everyone. Missouri. Number 6, forward, Adam James. From San Jose, Costa Rica. Number 9, midfielder and your team captain, Brian Perez. From Trinidad and Tobago. Number 11, forward, Kyle Williams. From Monrovia, Liberia. Number 14 forward, MASL leader in points per game on average, Leo Gibson. From Santiago, Chile. Number 23, defender, Nacho Flores. From Santiago, Chile. Number 24, defender, Mirko Sandavari. From Kingston, Jamaica. Number 51, defender, Robert Palmer. And now for tonight's starters. From Paris, France, number 4, defender, Alan Matugu. From Buenos Aires, Argentina, number 10, midfielder, Lucas Rodriguez. From Medellin, Colombia, number 19, defender, John Sosa. From Belgrade, Serbia, number 20, forward, Stefan Stalkic. From Kingston, Jamaica, number 22, forward, Anthony Grant. And from Woodridge, Illinois, number 13, goalkeeper, Brett Petracek. Head coach of the Comets is the Kim Runfin. The assistant coach for the Comets is forward, Leo Gibson. Comets goalkeeper coach is former Comets star, Alan Mayer. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's hear for your 2019 Kansas City Comets. Please remain standing, remove your caps, and direct your attention to the American.
From Sports Shake Field here at Silverstein Ice Centers Arena, welcome into MASL TV. Tonight, the Kansas City Comets welcome in their I-70 rivals, the St. Louis Ambush, alongside Jeff Husted. I'm Nick Vassos. First, let's talk about the Comets, Jeff. Winners of 3 in a row, playing well, and they're led by their all-time leading scorer in Leo Gibson. He continues to get it done.
Oh, he did. And, you know, last year he scored his 200th goal all-time in all competitions. Well, last week he scored his 200th goal in regular season. And the team is just picking up, and they're rallying around him and growing from him. The game is growing outside. So you got players all around picking up where he's not. So he doesn't have to be the star, but he still is every day.
You know, for Leo Gibson and the rest of the team, we saw in a really effort to play defensively, and that turned out to be a great offensive advantage for the Comets, and it's been a key to their winning streak of 3 games.
Well, you know, and especially last game, the Milwaukee Wave, the #1 scoring team in the league. Now, of course, the Comets are number 2, but the way you stop a #1 scoring team is you play the #1 defense, and they did that. They all got behind the ball. Just about every time they had possession, Milwaukee had the possession, you saw there were 4 or 5 guys behind the ball, and it really, you could see it was frustrating Milwaukee. It caused them to make some mistakes they wouldn't normally make, and the Comets capitalized on it.
St. Louis is 4-5. They're in third place in the South Central Division. They're 2-3 over their last 5, and the roster has undergone some changes because of injuries. Antonio Manfoot is no longer here. Gerger Gibson is injured. Give us an update here on the St. Louis side.
Yeah, Gerger Gibson is a big loss for them. Fortunately for them, they've had Zach Regan, a rookie here, who's been able to pick up the slack offensively. But those two work well off each other, and frankly, that's what helped them to beat the Comets twice already this year. So they really miss Gerger, but Zach Regan's picking up the slack. Antonio Manfoot was a player they were really excited about, came in. Just wasn't working out for them, but they found a good trading partner in Florida. And Dwayne Ladley is the player that they brought in. He's here tonight and in uniform. He's a very solid player. He's very fast. He fits Everton's style of play a little bit more than Antonio made of. So they have a lot of hopes for him.
All right, Jeff, enjoy the first half. We'll see you at halftime.
All right, thanks very much, Nick.
All right, that's Jeff Houston. Jim Schwab will join me next. Play-by-play of the Comets and the Ambush is coming up next. And live from inside Silverstein Ice Center's arena, welcome into Sport Shake Field. Glad to have you here on MASL TV. Tonight, the 4-4 Kansas City Comets host their I-70 rivals, the 4-5 St. Louis Ambush. Alongside Jim Schwab, I am Nick Vassos. Coach, this is the fourth meeting between Kansas City and St. Louis. These two teams know each other. St. Louis had the better of the first couple of games, but the Comets have won a convincing victory over St. Louis, and a victory here would put them above 500 for the first time this season.
Yeah, I think it's a competitive series. I think the Comets had a big road win last week against Milwaukee, and that says a statement around the league that they're they have a good team. It just matters how much better they're going to get game in and game out. So this should be a great atmosphere tonight, and should be a competitive match.
Last time you and I were together, the one thing that you noticed through the broadcast was the Comets' defensive effort. And we're not just talking about from defenders. We're talking about the whole team, and that really has seemed to change their ways.
I think the energy, the attitude, both ways, offensively, defensively, but especially team defense. Guys were laying out their bodies. I think the record was 14, 15 blocks. But not only that, just the energy from Leo getting back. From the top guy to the bottom guy, everybody worked hard. And I think that's what the indoor soccer game is all about. If you're going to have success and win championships, you got to win it on both ends, obviously, but the defensive end is very important.
And the Comets, again, are going to be playing here at home, and this will be the first of 4 straight games for the Comets at home. They'll play this Sunday against Utica, and then next weekend they'll take on Mississauga, and then Saturday, February 2nd. So the schedule is friendly right now. They got to take care of business at home.
Yeah, they do. It's important to get on a good streak here, Nick. And, obviously 4-0 would be great. 3-1 would be ideal. But, you know what? I wouldn't worry about the wins right now. I'd worry about consistency, playing 4 good 15-minute quarters.
So action is underway. St. Louis comes in wearing their white jerseys. KC is wearing their home blue jerseys. Starting in goal for St. Louis, it's Paulo Nascimento. With the ball right now is McGee. Ball pass to Reggett, broken up by the Comets. And Rodriguez is bumped down by St. Louis, and a foul called on Reggett. So Kansas City will have it on their defensive half. Kansas City 4-4, winners of 3 in a row. St. Louis is 4-5. St. Louis is in third place in the South Central Division. Kansas City in second. And, of course, Milwaukee in first with a 7-1 record. The Comets beat Milwaukee last weekend 7-6 to end Milwaukee's 6-0 start to the season. Or 7-0 start, 6-0 start to the season. They won the next night against St. Louis.
Dangerous restart here. John Sosa will be the trigger man. He'll be pulling it here to the left side of the keeper.
Sosa already with 7 assists on the season. He is the trigger man. Let's see what John does here. He's got Perez up top. He's got Nacho in the box, and Leo was floating around the goal. Sosa jams it in there, and it's deflected wide. Alan Matingu chases down the rebound and kicks it back to Petracek.
He must have saw something and thumped it because there was no check to pass there. Good strike by John Sosa just off the mark. Did that get deflected, Nick?
It looked like it may have. Maybe it was just hit a little bit long. The angle was difficult for me to tell. Leo centers the ball for Perez, and Perez cannot put an orange boot on it to get it on target. Turned on over to St. Louis, just underway here in the first quarter. Jim Schwab, Nick Vassos, one of 2 games tonight in the MASL. Later on tonight in the Pacific Division, we are going to see San Diego at Tacoma. That'll be a good one in the Pacific Division. First changes for each team. Robert Palmer is now on, along with Kyle Williams and Ramon Palmer now. Here's Kyle Williams with the ball. JT Thomas is now out there for St. Louis. There's a Pepe on the boards. Kyle Williams goes by 3 players, gets it up to Togba. Here's Togba, far side. Leo Gibson. Leo centers it. Oh, and it was knocked away. Leo jams it back in there. Now 4. Oh, my God. Leo tries a 3rd time.
3 for $1, Nick. It was, one kept going right back to him. Hey, I'll try another.
3 shots there in front of the St. Louis goal.
But great opportunity to come out of the back with a great piece of skill work by Williamson. Nice to watch there.
So, made scoreless. Nascimento dodges a trio of Comet attacks here. They send it up the near boards and play it forward to Thomas. Thomas digs it out of the boards. Togba's got a mark on him. Played it back to teammate there, and that is Clayton Matthews. Thomas now back to Matthews. Everton made a trade earlier this week, trading Antonio Manfoot for Joanne Laidley, and Laidley is here. Made a trade with the Florida Tropics. Nascimento plays it forward to Thomas. Into the corner it rolls. Togba is there along with Thomas, and Togba gets to it first. Togba shielding away the defender. Slick pass there to Sosa, to Petracek near side Rodriguez. Comets trying to work it out of their last third, and it's deflected. Comets will get back defensively. Here's a drive blocked by Rodriguez. Now the ball loose. Mario Marcos heels it back, and a good defensive play by the Comets to clear it out of the zone.
I'll tell you what, a nice piece of skill by St. Louis on the little back heel. Almost caught him off guard.
Yep. Nifty play there by Mario Marcos of the St. Louis ambush. Nascimento kicks it right up Main Street. Petracek is there. Petracek's been playing more steady with each passing game this year for the Comets. Anthony Grant on the left wing. He fires a shot blocked by Corey Adamson.
He has, Nick, on the comment to the keeper. He's done a heck of a job, and you really can't fault him for some of the goals just because the numbers. We're talking about team defense, and the first couple games that we did as a team up in the booth at home ended up in 2 losses, and they got counterattacked 3-on-1, 1-on-3. I mean, it was not pretty to watch, and I know Coach wanted to correct it, and it seemed like they have.
Comets 1-2 here on Sports Shake Field at Silverstein Ice Centers Arena. Comets going for the wall of score there with Togba on the wall pass. Broken up by the ambush, and former Comet San Luis comes up with it. Good pass forward here to Laidley. Now far post shot save. Petracek. Almeida uncorked the shot, and Petracek with a kick save and a beauty.
You were just talking about him.
Yeah.
You love it. Listen, as an announcer, you love when you say something that comes true. Like a minute, not even a minute. Hey, somebody thinks we know what we're doing.
Yeah, lucky sometimes.
Great save, though.
Petracek touched it into the middle to Nacho. Now Petracek plays along, looking for Leo in the corner. Leo's got some space. Shoot, save! That's Cemento. And it'll be a corner kick for the Comets.
Looks like the St. Louis defender kind of, left it go. And he didn't.
You're going to leave Leo all that wide open there in the corner?
With a tee. He teed it up. Luckily, St. Louis keeper came up big.
Off the boards through the area. Knocked away by St. Louis, picked up by Kansas City. No score here in the first. Kansas City and St. Louis meeting for the 4th of 6 times this season. Here's Pepe. Bad pass by Pepe. Comets got his shot out in front. No good again. Pepe with a bad pass, and the Comets could not make him pay. Now forward, comes across the line. St. Louis on the attack. Reggett out wide with a shot. Petracek got a piece of that one. Justin Stenson tried to fire that one. That off the right knee of Petracek.
The counter, they got to be careful of the counter, Nick, and St. Louis got a great breakout out, just missed an opportunity.
Felipe's into the game now. Far side Stenson, Justin Stenson, 5 goals, 3 assists. He's among their leaders. Felipe now near side McGee. Into Reggett. Reggett is their leading scorer in 9 games. He has 9 goals and an assist.
He really impressed me last time they were here.
Wow. Reggett from Kenosha, Wisconsin. Here's McGee. He's a Brazilian. Into Reggett. Reggett turns, and that one deflected wide. Comets may have got a piece of that one. Perez, a wall pass to himself, bumped from behind, and a foul called on St. Louis's McGee, and the Comets will have it.
Yeah, good call there. McGee didn't mean anything by it. That's a professional foul in the business.
Professional foul.
Yes, sir.
Sosa. Over to Matingu. The Frenchman plays it forward, on up to Ramon Palmer. Back to the Frenchman. Matingu, can he get a toe poke on it? Tries to weave his way in there, lost the ball. St. Louis kicks it out towards the half line. It is picked up there by Stinson. Stinson marked by Kyle Williams of the Comets. Now goes far side and plays it to Mario Marcos. Marcos hassled by Stefan Stokic, and eventually a foul called on Stefan.
Stenson's had a good year for St. Louis.
He's a St. Louis or St. Charles, Missouri native. And 5 goals, 3 assists, 2 blocks. And he's played in every game for Everton in the St. Louis Ambush. Felipe with a pass down to the corner to Thomas. Thomas hits the deck, and a foul called on Robert Palmer.
And I don't think he's pleasant with the call, but
no.
Or he's just maybe inviting him maybe to build a snowman afterwards.
He was chewing on him there. You couldn't tell if he had any gum in his mouth, but he was chewing on the official, I think.
Restart right of the Comets' goal.
Felipe. Silva in the left wing corner. Brian Martin sets the wall of the Comets. And we're ready. Felipe out front. The drive goes wide. Felipe tried to redirect it on target. It goes over the goal mouth to the far side. Thomas is there, and then all the way back to Nascimento. 8 minutes to play in the first. No score between St. Louis and KC. Comets going for their 4th win in a row, and St. Louis trying to get back to 500. Comets are playing the first of 4 straight games here at Sports Shake Field. Their January and February are heavy with home games for the Comets. And again, if you haven't looked down the schedule, the Comets will finish 6 of their last 7 on the road. So these home games are critical for the Comets to try to gain some space between St. Louis, Orlando, and Florida, and try to catch Milwaukee if at all possible.
Well, they had a good start to beat Milwaukee up there.
Yeah.
So they're 1-1 with Milwaukee this year, so that sends a message to the league.
Here's Anthony Grant. Anthony Grant with a drive that's partially blocked. Comes out front. Comets pounce on it immediately and take the ball back. Palmer on over to Togba. Rodriguez goes off, and Perez, BP, comes back on for the Comets. He has the ball now, the Comets team captain. James Togba will roll it into Anthony Grant. Marked by Mario Marcos. Anthony Grant with a shot and a goal! Oh, what a take!
Wow.
Anthony Grant's been quiet for a little while, but he makes some noise there, and he puts the Comets on the board first.
Hey, with that much skill, you can only keep him quiet for so long.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll tell you what, he cut him up like the... Look at this. Look at this replay here.
Is this a carving station?
Oh, this is the carving station. At one of your nearby deli. Watch, carved it up left and hit Thumper onto the right corner. Oh, my goodness. He had carved and put the napkin on to finish the dinner. And he went to the bench for some dessert. Wow. Impressive.
Anthony Grant, he picks up his 6th goal on the season. There is an official timeout. It'll give you give us a chance to remind you here that the Comets are right back here at Silverstein Ice Center's Arena this Sunday for their first match against Utica City FC, UCFC, which leads the East. Kickoff is at 7:05 on Sunday night. And then the Mississauga Metro Stars from Toronto, Canada will make their first appearance at Sports Shake Field at Silverstein Ice Center's Arena on January 27th at 4:05. Tickets for both games available at kccomets.com.
And today he celebrates 7 years of marriage.
One more time, make a big round of applause and a big appreciation for his service. Thank you again to Domino's of Kansas City for helping honor and recognize these very worthy veterans all season long.
Great job by the Comets. There's the Domino's Defender Suite as we honor another veteran here at a Kansas City Comets games.
Last week they gave a car away.
Yes! Terry Franz and Cars for Heroes gave it to a worthy veteran.
But for the organization to step up and honor our military people, you know what? I don't think they get enough credit.
Right, and the jerseys. We should ask Jeff how much money went towards Cars for Heroes last week. He's going to check and he's going to find out here. But the jerseys that the Comets wore were auctioned off, and they were donated to Cars for Heroes. We have a down St. Louis player, Doug DeSantos.
He got hit pretty good, man.
Yeah, it looked like he was laying kind of funny there on the turf. And I saw a blue card here. Somebody is going off, and it looks like the Comets are going to go down a man. We got another look here from our crew.
Yeah, pass out here, and he comes in. Oh, yeah, I mean, we got to go back to our conference call, Nick.
I do. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You got it?
Okay, I saw a blue card, but who's
I think St. Louis is going off.
Oh, DeSantos is going off.
I think
it's for tripping?
I think it was for or you know what, his feet might have been up and they've been
2-footed.
Right.
With your feet up.
Looks like the feet were up along the boards. That's not a good recipe.
Well, that's something the league is. I mean, the officials are making this is a big, a point of emphasis.
Yes, it is.
So,
player safety, anytime, feet are up along the boards, and I think they've been consistent with it all year, Nick.
Yep. And the last time we saw when they went up high on one of the Comets players, it didn't result in a power play because the Comets scored, but just another example of the point of emphasis that referees are going to enforce this year. So, Comets go on the power play here for the first time tonight. Kansas City out there with Sosa and a shot, and oh boy, did Nascimento save it with his face?
Hold on, they're going to check him out, Nick.
Oh, he did. Oh my gosh, he took it right off the grill.
Can you say De La Hoya?
Oh my gosh. Good job by the official to stop play there. Nascimento took one right off the face.
Watch this.
Jimmy, take us through this one right here.
Great pass by Lucas to get down low. It hits it first time, and it caught him. And anytime the ball is hit first time and the goalie's sliding across on a power play, he doesn't have that angle like normal because he's got to cover both sides. So when he slid over, he wasn't prepared. I mean, usually you're supposed to get your hands up, but I think the referee did it. The players don't like the game being stopped, but I think
may not have had time to put his hands up. It came at him so fast.
Weebles wobble. What a great save. He'll remember that save.
I've been in practice before, and I've been dumb enough to get between the pipes when the players are firing shots.
I wish I was at that practice.
Oh my gosh, I got so late. They were whizzing by my head left and right. Thank goodness I didn't take one off the melon. All right, 140 on the advantage to the Comets. Kansas City, by the way, on the power play this season, they are 69%, 9 of 13. And for St. Louis on the penalty kill, they have been shorthanded 14 times, and they've allowed 9 power play goals. So they're under 50%. Here's Sosa. Right side for Togba. Down to the corner to Leo. Gibson back to Togba. Now on up to Sosa. Comets doing a good job of pinging it around the perimeter.
Nick, up in the booth, we just got information. It was a 2-footed tackle.
2-footed tackle. That's why DeSantos is in the sin bin. Comets with 1 minute on the advantage over St. Louis. They lead it 1-0. Here's Rodriguez. Perez to Leo. Oh, back to Sosa. To the corner. Ramon. Back to Sosa. Sosa loses it. Goes down. No call. St. Louis has got it. They'll kick it long. Burn some clock here. Petricek gathers it up.
Ball movement was good on the last series. The ball, it got a little sloppy at the end. The ball was bouncing around a little bit. So let's see if they can take advantage of the last few seconds.
Here's Leo. Down to Perez. Now Marcos is down there. He goes down and a foul called on Kansas City.
Looks like Marcos landed on the ball there. Hurt his wrist. One thing, Nick, is I got to take my hat off to the commissioner and Jeff Husted and the whole league and the referees, head of the referees. We had a conference call probably an hour and a half the other night with all the announcers around the league to make sure we get the penalties right, make sure we're, just doing the right thing, not only for our team, but for the league and for all the teams, recognizing good players on both ends. And, so I thought it was a class act. I thought it was a class call, and I know you were part of it and all the announcers. So I think the league is doing a great job trying to, make the league better.
It's been a lot increased communication from the director of officiating, Ryan Sigich, to everybody in the league, and that includes us who are up there providing the commentary to try to help explain some of the calls that we see on the field, because the game is so fast and things happen so fast in this game. It's hard to tell sometimes exactly what's happening down there on the field. Now a chip into the box. Kansas City's power play expires, and DeSantos comes back out of the bin, and we're now at even strength. So good job by St. Louis to kill off their penalty, and it's now 5v5 again. Sosa forward to Leo Gibson. That touched out of bounds off St. Louis, and Kansas City will have it right at the top of the arc. Boy, good break there for the Comets.
Yeah, fortunate break there to Brian Martin. Thought the ball was cleared and deliberate, and so they're going to move it to the top of the box, which is the dangerous restart position.
Alex Duarte did not agree with that. Here's Sosa. Sosa to Gibson. Correction, Togba. That one deflected wide. Perez front and center again, Sosa. Left side for Gibson. Touch to Rodriguez. Deflected to the center circle on the Comets' iconic logo. Back to Petricek. Sosa goes off. Palmer comes on. Long ball for Leo in the corner. Leo chests it, now settles it. Got a close mark by a St. Louis defender on him. Now front and center in the circle.
Close mark? I think he's inside his jersey.
He knows what kind of gum he's chewing.
He might be wearing a large, but an extra large by the end of the day.
3.5 to play in the first. Comets leading 1-0.
I think the ambush, that might be a momentum. Them killing the penalty, Nick.
Yeah.
They're down 1-0, 3:18 left, and them killing the penalty might cause a little momentum going into the second quarter.
Comets get a restart here. Palmer took too long, and it turns the ball back over to St. Louis.
Instead of the 5 seconds, it's 4 seconds this year, and you know what? Obviously it's quicker a second, but that went by pretty quick.
Saw the first couple of games of the season, the players had not a difficult time getting used to it, but that extra second, you don't think it really matters, but they got called 2 or 3 times for it.
Yeah.
Ball loose. Petricek off his line. Bends at the waist and scoops it up for the Comets. Comets working it out of the last third. We were talking about the Comets, a salute to the military last time we were out here. And the jerseys that were auctioned off, $2,000 so far.
And the bids are still coming in.
And there's bids are still coming in.
I need to bid on a jersey.
And again, that's going to Cars for Heroes. So check out the Comets website, kccomets.com, if you want to get in on some of that, some of those awesome red, white, and blue salute to service jerseys the Comets wore against Florida. They were slick. Thomas has it in the corner for St. Louis. Centers it into the middle. Mario Marcos is there. Can't get a handle on it. Out wide for Thomas. Now the ball bounds towards the center circle, and Dos Santos plays it back to Nascimento. Nascimento back to Dos Santos. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the first. Now forward it goes to Thomas. Ball pass in the middle. Rugged with a try. Correction, Stinson. That one above the crossbar. Now out front, Dos Santos shoots and scores!
Yeah, Nick,
Dos Santos.
Anytime you're going to let somebody with his skill come down the middle of the park, split two defenders, it's, you know, it's trouble. And I tell you what, I think it's a toe poke. We'll check the replay, but very impressive move by number 40, Marcos. Yeah, ball plays in the middle here, and he cuts one and then slices two. And he found the corner. But here's the thing is, they just got to keep him in front of him. Don't dive in. Keep there. Looked like Stokic got his foot caught in the turf, and he went by him a little bit. But that's the team discipline that we're talking about, which had success last week. So hopefully it's a one-time thing that they can get back on track.
If you're coaching them out there, are you telling your guys to push them out wide, get them out towards wide? Don't let them penetrate down the middle of the field?
Well, anytime you have two defenders, Nick, and they split you, and one beats two, it's not a good thing. You know what? Yeah, that's not a good sign.
On the doorstep, the Comets are. Grant with two chances, no good. Togba tries to jam it in there, and we have got a penalty coming up. And I did not see who it is on, but I have a feeling it might be on St. Louis.
It is on St. Louis. I think they're going to, remember on the conference call, Nick, they're going to announce it and tell you what it's all about here. And that's a new feature.
Look at Anthony Grant with two chances out front, and then Togba again with a drive.
And the penalty happened earlier off the ball.
Gotcha. So we'll wait for the announcement here. The announcement will be made to the crowd here at Silverstein.
Hold, blue card.
So the penalty is going to go against Alex Duarte for holding, and he'll be out for 2 minutes.
Yes. That's a new feature the league's trying to do.
I like that.
It brings the crowd into it. There's no speculation on the foul. Plus, it teaches the fans, you know, the rules and stuff. So everybody's, you know what I asked the commissioner the other day? I said, is there any way we could pass a microphone and ask if the player agrees with the call? I said we have to have a dump button, but I think it would be a good idea. It might be good for the ratings, Greek.
Oh, heck yes, I know it would be.
I know your ratings week. You got the powder blue sweater on. We must be on ratings week.
There's Togba with another hard drive down low. That one blocked by St. Louis. And we've got a shaken up player on the field. An ambush player is down. And I can't tell who's down there on the far side of the field. Whomever it is holding, looks like holding their right ankle. While the St. Louis trainer treats the player, we can remind you, if you haven't heard, the MASL now has a podcast, and we'd like you to join host Craig Elston as he talks to players, officials, and coaches from across the league and takes you behind the scenes of the MASL. You can check out MASLsoccer.com to listen to past episodes and subscribe to the official MASL podcast. So be sure to check it out. I was fortunate enough to be a guest of Craig's on there last week talking about the South Central Division. And it looks like the players shaking up there was Magui Souza.
Yeah, you don't want to see any players hurt, Nick. I mean, it's a rough game, and tackles. I think he twisted his ankle, but hopefully he'll get back into the action here soon.
We got to get you on the podcast, Jimmy. I think you'd be great on the podcast.
I'll have to come out of. I'm trying to be an extrovert.
Oh, my. Yeah.
I'm working on it.
I think you and Craig Elston would have a good time ham and egging it.
How about the time I went down to Fox 4 and your co-anchor, Kim Burns, hit a toe poke and broke the glass?
Broke the set.
I'm like, whoa.
I was not expecting that.
I almost signed her at the Johnson County if she had eligibility.
Got a little carried away there.
I mean, I love the intensity of that girl.
We have 30 seconds left in the quarter. The Comets on the power play. It's their second power play of the night. They are 0 for 1 so far. Gibson out wide to Lucas. Down to BP. Broken up by the ambush. Rodriguez, Perez there. Now Gibson is there. And we have got a foul called on Kansas City. St. Louis bench is asking for a penalty against Leo, thinking that he may have gone up high against Felipe Silva, who comes up. Looks like he may have got him in the forehead or maybe the eye socket. So I see no blue cards so far.
If anything, it was incidental, I believe. I think they got tangled up.
So foul called on Leo, his second of the half.
And you know, Nick, with experience, anytime you have a foul over by your bench, everybody's yelling.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of referees over there in that box. And they're usually, I mean, we're trying to keep the gestures down, but it's, yeah.
Hey, if you can influence, you can get a call going your way, why not?
It's all about sales, Greg. It's all about sales.
Always be selling.
Oh.
Or closing. Reggett from the half line as the buzzer sounds, and that ends the first quarter. Comets will have 40 seconds of power play time when we come back. After one, it's the Comets 1 and the Ambush 1. You're watching MASL TV.
Comets fans, please welcome back to the field the Comets dance team, the Supernovas, along with a couple of their dads and some nice escorts. Here we go.
It's good to be back right here at Silverstein Ice Centers Arena. Now, the good news is we're here to make sure that you stay warm. By staying warm, you can pick this up right here, the little Comets scarf for only $26. They've got the hoodies for $40. Or how about you're in the mood for some hot cocoa or even some coffee just in the tumblers. So make sure you guys swing outside of the concourse section 108. Grab your merch, get your Comets gear, and stay warm.
St. Louis Ambush.
Was I sounding too?
Yeah, you were sounding way too sexy.
Is that
All right. All right. 1-1 after one. Jim Schwab, Nick Vassos live at Silverstein Ice Centers Arena. Teams back out there on Sport Chick Field, the blue turf, and the second quarter is underway. Comets have the ball. They're on the power play here for the next 33 seconds. Out wide for Sosa. Sosa plays it near to Rodriguez. Lucas on back to John. Dos Santos and the St. Louis defense sitting behind. 5 players back behind the yellow line. Sosa down to the corner to Togba. Boy, James Togba. He's starting to shoot a little bit more here. We've seen him crack a couple of good shots there on goal. And the penalty is going to expire. And so St. Louis, how about St. Louis here, has killed off both Comet penalties.
Nick, that's big because 2 penalties and no goals. That's impressive.
Yeah.
And not a lot of quality chances. The quality chances when it hit St. Louis's keeper in the head.
I tell you, Duarte gave the Comets about an extra 15 seconds of power play time there.
Yeah.
The clock had gone to 0, and Duarte was sitting in the box watching the game.
He must have been comfortable.
You ever done something like that?
No. I mean, I was in a penalty box once.
I don't believe that. The Santos pops it up and over the jersey barriers and out of bounds.
And that was a bad call.
Yeah. Was it Siomos?
Oh, yeah.
Here's Palmer. Over to Robert Palmer, no relation.
You know, Steve Siomos and Thomas, we coached together in Chicago, and we went out for dinner after our college game and talked about the good old days. And that was fun reminiscing with those guys.
I love seeing Siomos. He just the amount of grief that you guys gave him during the game, and he, you know, I mean,
and Thomas, he'll call me out of the blue and go, "You old goat." No introduction needed.
Restart too quick for the referee's liking here. They'll start it over again. St. Louis's Nascimento kicks it long, and good thing for San Luis to head that ball, or that would have gone 3 lines. Petrocek's got it for the Comets. Right on up to Palmer. Palmer plays it forward for Stokic, sprinting down the left side. Stokic goes into the corner. Duarte hits the deck. San Luis is there, digs it out. Comets get it back. Palmer's there. Palmer trying to get past Felipe Silva. Slows down Palmer. Back to Stokic. Stokic goes off. Leo comes back on. Matingu's got it. 1-1. KC and St. Louis tied up at 1. Matingu sends it around the boards, and Nascimento's got it. Here he comes. Out from the break, chips it forward to Mario Marcos. Marcos trying to use the boards to go around Palmer. He's got some help from Leo, who's knocked down from behind, but Petrocek's got it, and then Marcos knocks Petrocek down.
He knocked it out of his hands.
Knocked it out of his hands and
like
into the goal. One way or another, huh? There's Brian Martin there in your picture, one of the referees. And up to Matingu. Here's the Frenchman. Out to Palmer. Robert Palmer! Correction, Kyle Williams. It's Kyle Williams to the far post. And the Comets lead 2-1.
Say what, he had some time and tucked it away. We're going to look at the replay here. Look at this. He makes another great move and a nice nifty left pass, and he tucks it away right in the corner.
Just calm and cool as the other side of the pillow there. Just
look at this. He took his time and leveled it out. And
I got it, I got it, I got it. Boom.
Guys, great job in setting up the replays. It's easy to do the call with the crew doing the replay, so thanks for making us look halfway good.
We have Lindsay over there on replay, and I believe we have, I think it's Devereaux over there. I think it's our director. Brad, thank you, Brad. We've got our buddy Brad Zimmerman here as the director. So Brad Zimmerman and Lindsay Adele and Jim Schwab and Jeff Houston and yours truly, Nick Vassos, and our entire Silverstein High Centers crew here on MASL TV. Great to have you here on this weekend. Comets lead 2-1. MASL TV will have another game tonight in the Pacific Division. Tacoma and San Diego are getting together later on tonight. That'll be 9:30 our time. San Diego travels to Tacoma. Robert Costa back to Stinson. Stinson just outside the Comet yellow line. Now right side Almeida. Lucas Almeida is marked there by Anthony Grant of the Comets. Almeida front and center into the target. Then out wide again to Dos Santos. Here's Acosta near the center circle. Right side Almeida. 11:37 left to play in the first half. Boy, Almeida's passed and went right by Acosta and right into Petrocek. So turnover there by St. Louis, and the Comets will try to work it out of their last third. Sosa over to Petrocek, and it looks like St. Louis wants to pressure. Now they get it forward to Togba. Here's Togba with some stop-and-go action. Still going forward, and then he hits the deck, and a foul is called against St. Louis. Boy, Togba went down kind of awkwardly, but he's back up quickly.
Yeah, I don't think that was the call, Nick. I think they got him for a little hold down along the boards, but he did go down.
Togba goes off.
Watch here. He beats him, and then, yeah, he just got his ankle caught, but that wasn't a foul. There was a good hard tackle, but foul was back a little bit.
Gibson plays it into the corner and then kicked out of bounds by Almeida. And that's going to go here to the near touchline. And Matingu Perez will trigger it. BP over to a line. Comets leading 2-1. This is the fourth of 6 meetings. Here's Zach Reagan. Zach. Wall pass into the middle, and Petrocek reads that one perfectly.
Yeah, he caught that off. But what a great pass. Great idea anyways, and he read it.
Petrocek.
That's the art of indoor soccer there, Nick, with great angle pass off the boards and good run. St. Louis player got caught on the, did you see him get over the bench?
Yeah.
That happens sometimes. You get caught up in that, you want to jump and your legs don't go and you get caught on the bench and flip over. Don't worry, you hear about it. Usually if I did it, it would be on film, so it was embarrassing in the film session.
Oh, I would hate to be in the film session with you as coach.
Oh, no.
Filleted a few folks in your day, huh?
Oh, no, I was nothing compared to Zorn. I was like a Siamese cat compared to that lion.
Comets trying to get it out of their last third. Matingu comes out with a loose ball. He's got 3 white jerseys in front of him. Matingu uses the wall, goes down, and a foul is called on St. Louis. So Matingu draws the foul.
Matingu is dangerous going on the counterattack. I mean, you know what? He's not afraid of taking anybody on, is he, Nick?
No, and he's one of those players that reads the game well. As you were talking about earlier, Petrocek reading that play off the wall pass off the angle there in the corner. It's hard for us who haven't played the indoor game how fast it is, but I just anticipate that you've actually got to be thinking a couple of seconds ahead or a play ahead to figure out what you're going to do there on the field. You can't like live in the moment. You've got to be thinking ahead of time. got another foul. And we've got a penalty coming up. And this is going to go against the Comets, it looks like. Say Kyle Williams is going to be sent off there. I did not see what happened there on the field. Did you see it, Jimmy?
No, I didn't. I think something to do with the tackle, but he didn't delay about it, Nick. He pulled it right away.
All right, we're going to get the official call here from the referee. Let's hear it.
Kansas, number 11, blue card tripping.
Well, we're not in Kansas, but we do know it's a blue card for tripping. Here it is again.
Yes. Thank you for shopping. Don't even argue that one, sir. You know what? Hey, there's people jumping up and down on the bench for what? Wow.
So, Kansas City is now a man down, but maybe a shorthanded chance. Here's Palmer, takes a poke at it with the toe. Nascimento comes up with the rebound. Palmer making a bid for KC's second shorthanded goal of the season. Kansas City on penalty killing this year, 71%. They've been down a man 17 times and have only allowed 5 power play goals. In terms of St. Louis, power play, they're just 20% on the season, 3 of 15. So special teams not so strong this year for Everton's side. First power play for St. Louis.
And Nick, they were strong defensively.
Almeida with a drive, and that cracker above the crossbar. Rebound is coming off to Ramon Palmer. Palmer sprinting down the right side. Palmer wisely will play it to Togba. Togba gets it over to Sosa. Sosa dancing around a couple of white jerseys. It's poked away, and the bounce comes to St. Louis. Clayton Matthew with an elbow there to Stokic. Didn't make contact. Still on the power play for 36 more seconds. Front and center Almeida. Lucas to the corner. Hits it first time. Mario Marcos sends it up into space. And we have a official's timeout on the field. Timeout on the field with 7:29 left to play in the first half. Kansas City leading St. Louis 2-1. Outside of being on the team, the best way to know of what's happening in the MASL is to tune in into Kick This. Every weekend, Soccer Sam discusses the ins and outs of all the MASL action. Find Kick This every Saturday at 11 o'clock Eastern. That would be 10 o'clock Central on iHeartRadio. Soccer Sam from Rochester Lancers fame. And the Comets' next game is going to be this Sunday against UCFC Utica. That'll be 7:05 on Sunday night. And there'll also be something going on here in this town on Sunday night starting at 5:40. So we'll have one eye on the game, of course. We'll have another eye on the big AFC Championship game happening here in Kansas City. But of course, Jim and I will be here live at Silverstein to provide you all the coverage for UCFC and the Comets on Sunday night. That'll be an interesting matchup with UCFC. They're a team that's made some moves here. Their general manager, Tommy Tanner, who you're familiar with back in the day, Coach, he's got himself a pretty good side. They're leading Baltimore in the East.
Yeah, I watched them play, and they got a good side, good team, and puts a good effort in. And looks like he's got them organized. And, you know, they're going to be a hard opponent for the Comets to come in.
Yeah, and for a first-year club, you know, I mean, seems like they hit the ground running. I mean, they've got some players, they got coaches, they got an atmosphere. They play where the Utica City Comets play on the minor league hockey team. They got pretty good atmosphere going up there.
Well, you think about it, it comes from the top. Tommy Tanner's organized the team, knows the indoor game well. He was a great player and organizer, and he's done really well. You know, now he's outside, inside the game still, but I think he's the GM there.
Yep.
Right, so he's doing a hell of a job doing the GM organizing, and I think they're only going to get better as years go.
So it'll be a good test coming up this Sunday, 7:05, the Comets' next game. Get your tickets at kccomets.com. We'll see you here. DeSantos forward. Just a few more seconds left on the power play for St. Louis. In fact, 14 seconds and the Comets will have killed this off. Here is Nascimento forward to San Luis. San Luis, by the way, is making just his second appearance this season. He hasn't only played in one game prior to tonight. Almeida to Dos Santos. Good save, rebound, shot, score, and there he is, San Luis. Stefan San Luis, the former Comet player, makes Kansas City pay, and it is 2-all. I did not see if that goal came after the power play expired or if it was in the final second. It's hard to tell there.
It was very close, but you just mentioned St. Louis. You had a successful look at this ball here. The ball comes and good shot, and he's there. Anytime you don't pick up your a forward in the box on a deflection, they're going to make you pay. But he had a good stand here when he was playing, and I think knee injury caused him to derail a little bit. But he's a hell of a player.
Good to see him back healthy again. San Luis, and here come the ambush again. Zach Reggett back the other way, and a good block off the line by Matingu, helping out his keeper Petracek, who did make a good save on the initial shot but just couldn't hang on, and that allowed San Luis to pounce on the rebound and tie the game up at 2.
Yeah, caught him off guard a little bit, Nick, and it was low, and he went down and saved it and just deflected up right to St. Louis.
Here's Joanne Ladley. He was a recent pickup from Florida, the trade of Antonio Manfoot to Florida in exchange for Joanne Ladley. And he's out there on the blue carpet, Sport Shake Field, for the ambush. Forward to Reggett. Reggett trying to lay it off at the top of the arc. Kyle Williams comes out with it for the Comets. Kyle Williams forward to James, who shoots, save, Nascimento. Wow, what a save by Paulo. He had to be coffee quick there.
Williams causing a lot of trouble for St. Louis coming out of the back. No substitute for speed there. And a great save. Nick, I'd like to thank the here's the replay here. I'd like to thank all the fans here because it could get a little dicey tonight.
And there's
weather-wise
supposed to be some weather coming in later on tonight, but when we drove up to the game, it was just raining and the temperature was above freezing. But temperatures are supposed to plunge, and we could get anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of wind-blown snow in our area. Here's Thomas at the top of the arc. Shot and a goal! The Ambush have scored 2 straight to take a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, it looks like Kansas City got caught packed back in their box. Looked like 4 or 5 guys were, and look at this on the replay. They came back and just out of sync a little bit. And anytime you're going to give them that shot at that angle, that's a tough save to slide across your box. Good finish.
So Stinson comes up with a goal, his 6th on the year, and that makes it 3-2. The Comets down 3-2 with 5.5 to play until halftime. Last time these two teams played here, Comets nearly gave it away again there, and nearly a second time. So the Comets a little shaky out of the back. Matingu gets tangled up with Stinson, and a foul called on the ambush.
For how crisp they were playing early, Nick, they kind of, it's not as crisp as it used to be.
Stinson picks up his 3rd foul of the half, so we'll have to watch him for the last 5 minutes of the first half. Paulo Nascimento plays it long, picked up by the Comets. Nacho, left side BP. BP far side, deflected down to Leo. Leo turns it back inside, crosses it into the middle, looking for Sosa, no good. Nacho fires it in there, correction BP. And that one to the near side. Sosa will play it back to Nacho. Comets have not had as much possession as they did against the Florida Tropics last time the Comets were here at home. St. Louis looking for the foul. Comets setting up their offense. Leo down to the corner to Ramon Palmer. Palmer bangs it off the boards. It's still loose and then kicked away by the ambush. Zach Reggett is there now. Reggett double teamed by a pair of blue jerseys. Comets try to wrestle it away. Almeida's there, bumped by Gibson. Comets get it back. Leo wins it away. to Nacho in the corner. And then deflecting into Nascimento. Under 4 to play in the first half. Comets trail for the first time tonight. And now we have got a penalty. Penalty is going to be called against the St. Louis bench. A Comet player is knocked down in front of the ambush bench. And it looked like the official there might call elbowing on St. Louis's bench. I don't know. They're laughing over there. I'm not sure why. Or is it going to be... Well, Reggett is going to go off. Zach Reggett's going off. And so is Togba.
Both.
We'll get the official wording here. Here we go.
Dual blue cards on St. Louis and Comets for unsporting behavior.
Okay.
Unsportsmanlike behavior. I think there was a little collision in front of the St. Louis bench.
I think so. So let's see here. So this will be a power play. Players will be off for 2 minutes, and it'll be a 4v4 situation out there.
As a player, you like this because there's more space. So
who do you think this favors?
It favors probably the Comets, but you know it's always on the situation. Just because I think they have a little bit more speed than St. Louis, but the key to the ambush, they're going to try to get it low to their, their big target players and then make some runs off of it. So you got to make sure there's not that fifth guy to play defense with, so they can spread them out, both the ambush and the Comets. And you can see the movement off the ball here by St. Louis.
So out there for St. Louis, it's Pepe, San Luis, Matthews, and Felix.
One thing too, Nick, is you got to be careful here on your changes and your marks, because if you mark and you leave your runner go, there's a lot more space to run into, and a lot, that extra person is a lot of coverage on defense.
Boy, Palmer almost won the ball, but St. Louis gets it right back. 126 on the matching penalties for unsportsmanlike conduct to Zach Reggett, James Togba. Matingu tried to win the ball from Matthews. It's played back to Nascimento. Paulo chips it forward into the corner, looking for JT Thomas. Now popped back into the middle. Boy, a dangerous play by Matingu, and thank goodness it was not on target and up and over the glass.
Yeah, he played the back. I mean, he'd like to have that pass back, Nick. I don't think he saw him coming, but he kind of mishit it, kind of hit it too light a little bit, and that doesn't happen much with him.
Matingu and Rodriguez back there along with Sosa. Gibson is on the field too. Play back to Petracek. 49 seconds on the penalties here, so 4v4 here as Lucas chases it down into the corner, marked by Joanne Laidley. Rodriguez now is back to the defender, front and center for Matingu.
Good individual battle there in the corner. Great run by Lucas and great defense.
Leo goes down with a foul called against Acosta, and this will allow the Comets to set up a restart here. In the corner for Rodriguez. 18 seconds left on the advantage. Actually, no advantage, but the penalties to both teams, I should say. Here's Matingu. Over to Sosa.
Fans watching, watch the guys coming out of the gate. Should be interesting, depends on who has possession, but here it comes.
Both teams now full strength. Togba comes back out. Gibson has the ball for the Comets, slices it across to the far side, and Nascimento pounces on it before Matingu can hit it far post. .130 left to play in the first half. St. Louis a 3-2 lead into San Luis out front. San Luis bangs it off the boards, still loose in front, and a foul called against the ambush.
Handball on St. Louis.
Oh,
I thought he was going to hit it first time.
I did too.
I think it came across to hit that ball first time. Would have been a difficult ball, but I know he was thinking about it and pulled it down. Nice piece of skill to even pull the ball down under there.
Let's see if the Comets here haven't had a lot of good chances recently. St. Louis, give credit to them. They've taken it to the Comets. Comets have just not had the chances offensively like they had in the opening moments of this game. They had 3 chances in the first minute and then another 3 chances about 4 minutes later.
And the not converting on the power plays.
Yep. 0 for 2 on power plays.
Yep.
So Kyle Williams, he has a goal tonight. He takes it into the corner, then plays it over to Togba. Togba moving to the left, 39 seconds left. Robert Palmer with it. Now BP, Brian Perez, and Togba. Here's Togba with a left-footed shot. Nascimento makes the save. Adam James gets it.
What a goal.
Shot and a goal.
5-hole.
He ties it up at 3 with 26 seconds left. The kid from Kearney gets it done.
The up north Kearney man. It's always great to have local kids do well. Watch this though. Anytime you get a one-on-one chance and he hits it, great save. Didn't hold on to it. Brings it down. Oh my goodness. You get traffic into the box and you get a nice little deflection. Great shot here. Watch this. Takes him on and hits it. And gets all of it. And then James brings it down and tucks it in. You were just telling about they need a goal before the half.
Is that the second time tonight I might have been a little fortuitous?
Must be a holiday. You've been right twice. Wow. I'm writing this date down. Man.
James with his 4th goal on the year. And for James Togba, he comes up with his first assist. Correction, his 2nd assist on the season, his 2nd on the night. 11 seconds left to play in the game, and hey, look at this move right here. 6th attacker is out there for St. Louis. 4 seconds left.
Oh,
and that one just over there.
I think it hit that lady. Fans, when you come to a game, if you're behind the goal, okay, and especially the Supernovas up here. Last time, I mean, I'm telling you, that ball's going. These guys can hit the ball 60, 70, 80, 90 miles per hour, and it can hurt you.
Yeah.
I hope she's okay over there.
We might want to invest some helmets for the Supernovas, if you know what I mean.
I think anybody behind the goal needs to get maybe a Nick Vassos Fox Sports shield with your picture on it. I'd take some shooting practice of that one.
I bet you would. All right, we are standing by. We're going to hear from the Comets head coach, Kim Runfed, the Rocket, here in just 1 second. Jeff Houston making his way down to the field. And we are standing by to check in with him. Waiting for our photographer to get into position. Comets and Ambush tied up at 3. Again, the 4th of 6 meetings between these two teams. Comets looking to win their 4th in a row. And let's send it down to Jeff Houston.
Nate, here with Coach. Coach, a lot of positives to take from that first half. Tell me about it.
Well, missed a few chances in the beginning of the first quarter, but St. Louis battled back, and we need to strengthen up in the defense and make sure we don't give them too many fast breaks. But I think we're okay. We're playing it around, we're knocking it around, and we're creating enough chances to where we should have scored a few more goals.
All right, a few things to work on second half, but we'll be right back. Thanks.
Thank you, Jeff.
All right, head coach Kim Runfed and Jeff Houston. What do you think, Coach?
I think Coach hit it right on the head. I think defensively, we talked about it last game, they were flawless. You know, didn't give up too many easy goals. And, good team defense. I think they need to sharpen that up in the second half. Hey, I just got a text from the General, one of the all-time greats.
Oh, the General.
He said, "Sounds great, Jim." And he said to say hello to all the fans in Kansas City and all over the indoor soccer world. What a legend in indoor soccer.
Keith Tozer.
And he's heading up the futsal, and he does just the energy that he brings. I know I've watched seminars that he's put on in Kansas City, and he takes these kids over to, overseas, Costa Rica and everything, and the parents and the players, just his enthusiasm, and he does one heck of a job. And so passionate about what he does.
Tozer has been the national futsal coach for many years, and he's the winningest North American soccer coach in history. He's got more victories than any other North American soccer coach ever. So he's been in this game forever. And,
great guy.
Yeah.
I competed against him, and I had the pleasure of playing for him here with the Attack when they first came. And Tozer's a great coach and great motivator, and he's a good friend. And he not only that he coaches the national team in futsal, but the grassroots, and he really puts the investment in, and he does an unbelievable job.
Well, Coach Tozer, we appreciate you watching MASL TV. We send all the best to you and to your family, and wish you all the best of success. And we'll be following all of your experiences, developments that happen in futsal. We know the indoor game and futsal tied together, similar skills. So good luck to you, Coach Toze. And we got a second half coming up here that looks like it's going to be exciting. Kansas City and St. Louis are tied at 3. Comets are hoping to win 4 in a row. We'll take a break for halftime, and when we come back, Jimmy and I will have the second half for you. Comets 3, Ambush 3 on MASL TV.
Bring you mine here if you want mine, all right?
Oh, lovely.
Keep that head of yours warm. All right, Comet, how many do we got? We got a lot. All right, I got to read those names off, though. Yep. All right, thank you for putting them on the ground for me. All right, here we go. Let's see how many we got. $104, congratulations. $491, congratulations. $491, congratulations. How about 28, congratulations. Again, all this will be divided equally. 444, if that's your lucky harvester ball, congratulations. Got a few more here, Nate, a few more. 76 right there, congratulations. This could be our best ever. 440. Thank you, Comet. And our last one, 152. If that's yours, congratulations. Nate, let me count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lucky winners tonight. That's the best we've ever had in Comet history tonight. So how about that? Nate, back over to you. Harvesters, fling for food.
Steve Serrano making history, making memories here at Sports Shake Field.
My scarf right now. I want you to stay warm.
Are you suffering from ongoing aches and pains? Did you get a little too ambitious enjoying your favorite activities? Don't live in pain. Contact Select Physical Therapy for relief today. From our individualized treatment plans and convenient hours to a highly trained and compassionate clinical team, Select Physical Therapy is your only choice for physical therapy, hand therapy, sports medicine, and work health services. Your healing can start today. Schedule an appointment at one of our convenient locations at selectphysicaltherapy.com or call 800-770-6682.
When Domino's is out for delivery, use Domino's new dinner bell to get the family home.
Sorry. 8 atoms of hydrogen. You're never going to use this anyway. I gotta go.
Ring the dinner bell and they'll come running for their mix and match favorites. Choose any 2 or more like bread twists, specialty chicken, pizza, or salads for only $5.99 each.
All right, Comets fans, let's send it up to the Comets Director of Communications, Jeff Husted, and Fox 4's Nick Vassos, in the Silverstein Ice Center's Arena press box.
All right, Nate, thanks very much. Alongside Jeff Husted, I'm Nick Vassos. Going to talk a little bit about the MASL and what's coming up tonight. MASL action continues tonight over in the Pacific Division, where San Diego and Tacoma will get together, Jeff. And these are two teams that are going to be battling it out the rest of the season for a playoff spot.
Yeah, you think we have some good rivalries here in the South Central Division. Tacoma, San Diego is Milwaukee, Kansas City. It's a tough battle every time. They know each other. They know each other's tendencies. So there's really no edge. It's just who can be the strongest on that night.
Day 28 or 29 of the partial government shutdown still going on here in our country. And the Comets are reaching out to federal employees to make it easier for them on their entertainment dollar, right?
Oh, sure. It's a tough time. And we want to make sure that everybody has a chance for good quality entertainment. And a lot of the teams in the league are doing something similar. The Comets are offering buy one, get one for all federal employees through the weekend. And we'll see where it goes from there. But you know, we want to make sure that people have a good opportunity and good chance to have enjoy some hot winter nights.
That's right. The Comets' next opponent is coming up this Sunday at 7:05. It'll be the newest member in the MASL. UCFC, Utica City, is going to be coming to Sports Shake Field to play on the blue turf here at Silverstein Ice Center's Arena this Sunday at 7:05. We want to see you here. We will see a familiar face playing for Utica City. It won't be the big fella, but it'll be another guy, Freddie Mugen, who plays for him, right?
Yeah, it seems like we just saw Freddie Mugen here a couple weeks ago. Of course we did. Big trade this week. Utica City acquired Freddie Mugen for Andre Braithwaite. And it's a good fit for Tommy Tanner and Ryan Hall's team up there. Freddie's a good, smart veteran forward. And that's a team that needs a good, solid, smart guy. They're a good squad, and he's just going to bring a lot of strength to an already strong squad.
All right, enjoy the second half, Jeff.
Thank you. Thanks, Nick.
All right, that's Jeff Husted. I'm Nick Vassos. For all the indoor action, all the information that you need, check out maslsoccer.com. Nate, back to you.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Jeff. North Kansas City Hospital is the exclusive medical provider of the Comets. From minor injuries to serious trauma or illness, their team of medical specialists is equipped to handle all of your health care needs. Stay at the top of your game with North Kansas City Hospital. All right, Comets fans, please direct your attention up to the rafters as fun prizes from our friends at North Kansas City Hospital descend from the skies. Enjoy your special gift from North Kansas City Hospital, the official hospital and medical provider of the Comets. Mid-America Nazarene University School of Professional and Graduate Studies offers accelerated bachelor's and master's programs in business, computer information systems, organizational leadership, counseling, education, and nursing for the working adult. MNU's programs are designed for convenience, flexibility, and affordability to take you to the next level in your career.
Be back right here at Silverstein Ice Centers Arena. Now the good news is we're here to make sure that you stay warm. By staying warm, you can pick this up right here, the little Comets scarf for only $26. They've got the hoodies for $40, or how about you're in the mood for some hot cocoa or even some coffee, just in the tumblers. So make sure you guys swing outside of the concourse section 108, grab your merch, get your Comets gear, and stay warm. And that's right, take a photo showing your power. That's right, we've teamed up with Sports Shake. Make sure you use that hashtag show your power. Right there, they're showing you how it's done. Then afterwards, you post it straight to social media, and then boom, it's all over the place right there. Team up with Sports Shake, post your social media photo, take your selfie, and make sure you guys do it right now.
We've got a winner for our Olive Garden gift pack. If you have ticket number 6765802, head to the Olive Garden table in the concourse finger prize. Again, that's winning ticket number 6765802. Congratulations, you are our Olive Garden gift pack winner. 6765802.
Hope you're having a great weekend. MASL TV is live on the air above Sports Shake Field here at Silverstein Ice Centers Arena. It is the Comets and the Ambush meeting for the 4th time this year, and after the first half, we are tied up at 3. Alongside Jim Schwab, I'm Nick Vassos, Jeff Houston, Brad Zimmerman, Lindsay Adele, and our Silverstein crew all here giving you the action, end-to-end action here on the blue turf. St. Louis has the ball to begin the 3rd quarter, and we are underway. Down with it the far side, it's Stenson. Stenson got that second goal, and Anthony Grant goes hard into Stenson, and Anthony's going to go off. That's a no-doubter there. Anthony Grant pushed Stenson into the boards, and Anthony's going to go off for boarding.
Wow.
That's a terrible way for the Comets to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, you come out and, you know, you got a message at halftime, you got to straighten up this, and he goes by him and just takes the easy way out and just gives him a nudge, and he got hit pretty hard. Glad to see him get up, and he's going to limp off.
Looks like Stenson is going to stay on. It's good news for St. Louis fans, but Kansas City now down a man for the next 2 minutes. St. Louis 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. Zach Reggett will trigger the restart in the right wing corner. Reggett away from the goal to Almeida. Swing it near side back to Stenson. Now Clayton Matthews. Back to Nascimento. To Almeida. Crosses the half line. Here's Stenson on the left side, marked by Matingu. Now to Almeida. Excuse me. Zach Reggett. Clayton Matthews with a drive, blocked by Matingu of the Comets.
Good block by Matingu. Sorry.
That's all right. Took me a while to get that name correct. Clayton Matthews, Stenson into the middle. Here's a shot and off the post. Rebound, goal. It is Zach Reggett. And the Ambush take the lead on a power play goal. It's 4-3.
Anytime you're on the power play as an offensive team, they try to get the ball in the middle of the park, and it causes all kinds of trouble. And look at this.
That is dangerous.
And then everybody
right
comes
there.
down to collapse, and you leave some guys open on the wing, and I don't think he's going to miss that opportunity.
Nope.
Reggett's too good for. But Kansas City's been doing such a great job of keeping them out of the middle. And I think that's the only time on the power play out of the 2 chances they got the ball in the middle, and it caused them trouble.
So Reggett gets his 10th of the year, his first power play goal of the season. And Souza comes up with the assist. For Souza, that's his 5th on the season. And St. Louis back to a 4-3 lead. Here's Sosa. Down to the corner for Leo Gibson. Gibson going forward and draws the foul. And I thought there might be a little bit more than that. Comets are going to restart it here on the left side. Gibson has not cracked the scoring column tonight. He averages 3.1 points a game. That's the most in the MASL. Perez with a drive. And a save is made by Nascimento, but a whistle before the restart. And we have a St. Louis player down in the goal before that happened. So maybe Gibson and Magui Souza got tangled up.
There's some off-the-ball activity down there. Everybody's jockeying for a position on the restart.
Up top, Togba. And Togba cranked that one up into the suite behind the goal. So Comets will defend the goalkeeper distribution.
I guarantee Coach Runfed did not draw up that first 2 minutes of the second half. No, it can't be. It's raining balls in here. We got 2 balls on the field. There they go.
Got everything all squared away here for St. Louis. Nascimento in goal. Duarte, San Luis, Felipe, Clayton Matthews, and Pepe out there for Kansas City. It is Nacho Flores, Roberto, Togba, Adam James, Stefan Stokic, and Brian Perez. Perez, the team's captain, has it forward to Nacho. Nacho Flores outside the yellow line. Nacho has not cracked the scoring column. 3 goals by the Comets have been scored by Anthony Grant, Kyle Williams, and Adam James. Goals by St. Louis have been Dos Santos, San Luis, Stinson, and Reggett. Nacho. Togba.
I'd like to see Lucas and Nacho get into the attack a little bit more. Hey, they're hanging out. I want them to take a run across.
A lot of standing around there.
Well, I just think there's not enough movement there, and if they can't get to the ball low into the target player, then it causes St. Louis not to work that hard on defense, and you can tell they didn't create a lot of opportunities there, Nick. Hey, I just got a text from longtime player from Kansas City, Tony Avery.
Oh, yeah.
He reached out. He said he didn't have soccer tonight because of snow. So welcome and Happy New Year to Tony Avery.
Good to hear from you, Tony. Hope you are doing well, your family. St. Louis coming down Main Street. Reggett again. Good block there, Matingu. Kansas City trying to get it out of the last third. Sosa shielding away Reggett. Good job there by the veteran Sosa. Now Matingu going forward. Runs into a player, goes down. Here's Joanne, correction, Dos Santos, and another St. Louis goal. It is 5-3 now.
Great backside run there by the St. Louis ambush. And Dos Santos tucked it in the far corner with his left foot.
Dos Santos is having quite the game. That's his second on the night. Take us through this again, Jimmy.
So the ball here on the counter, he plays a nice little cheeky ball with the outside of his right foot, and he tucks it in with his left foot. Again, we cannot lose the ball in our third. And I think if you see this, he tucks away and just not picking up runners. Seeing an old-time great Jamie Swanner there on the bench.
Oh, yeah. Goalkeeper coach for the ambush. Ian Everton sharing the coaching duties. Comets have a goalkeeper great coaching their players too, Alan Mayer. Another giveaway on their defensive half. Comets now getting back. Can they win the ball back? Now up to Leo Gibson. Leo turns and faces his defender, Acosta. Played it forward to Tagba. Tagba lost the handle. Still going forward. Tagba walking it in. Ball loose. Nascimento pounces on it for the ambush. Comets trail by 2. We have a long way to go here, but St. Louis has 2 early goals in the third to take a lead here. Goals have been at a premium here. And the Comets just have not created a lot of chances, specifically in the second half, or in the second quarter. They really haven't created any chances here early on in the third.
Well, Nick, when you start the half, coming out in the second half, and you get a penalty 10 seconds, 15 seconds into the half, momentum, I mean, they just haven't had consistency. And you know what? They haven't had a lot of possession and good chances.
And St. Louis has had all the possession. Wall pass into the area. Anthony Grant picks it up for the Comets. Anthony tries to use a wall pass to get around the player, but picked up there by Palmer. Back the other way. Palmer, far side shot, save! Oh, what a save by Nascimento. You can hang a star on that one, baby. Now Palmer with a drive, and that blast goes up and over the glass.
What a great save, sliding across his box to get to that one. But what a great service. What a great service here, Nick. I mean, this ball it's hit well, great pass.
Just pinged low and hard to the left side, and Nascimento came over and kicked it away perfectly.
And Leo's been held off the boards, but watch this. I mean, good look.
Oh, tremendous pass by Palmer.
And a great job, and the keeper was excited to save it.
Well, there's a chance created. Maybe that's a good sign for the Comets here in the next few minutes. We'll see.
Have spark, we'll have fire, Nick. Some wise man told me that.
9:40 to play in the third. Here's Dos Santos. He's got a pair of goals tonight. On over to Pepe, then back to Nascimento. Forward it comes to Joanne Laidley. Now Duarte. Back to Nascimento. Loose ball in the area, touched by Thomas. Back towards St. Louis side of the field. Now Duarte. Nacho reaching in there. Deflected it. 9 minutes to play in the third. Comets with pressure. San Luis plays it forward to Acosta. Acosta measures it, hits it, and blasts it home. It's 6-3.
St. Louis really wanted the ball for St. Louis. Got all the way back as a forward, got the ball from the keeper, and served up an unbelievable pass. And we got caught ball watching again, Nick. Watch this pass by St. Louis on the break. We're not goal side, and he's going to tuck this and he struck it well up in the top corner.
Oh, man.
Doesn't your Aunt Margaret put the juice up there?
Right now, everybody's saying, oh, Margaret, what are we going to do? 3 straight goals by St. Louis to start the third at 6-3. And the Comets better get to work here, or they're going to find things out of reach. Robert Acosta getting his first goal of the season. And for St. Louis, he's got a goal in the first half, and now he adds an assist to his tally. And again, St. Louis making his second appearance this season, just his second.
But the experience of St. Louis for the ambush went back all the way, pushed the pace of the distribution, and what a great service to catch the Comets off guard.
Well, I tell you, at the other end of the field, too, St. Louis is just packed in defensively. They've done a great job against the Comet offense. And we've got a foul called on Kansas City. It's Togbuz. That's his first of the half. Boy, now open space again. Here's Dos Santos coming down, who shoots, and Petracek has to make a tough save. Ball played back into the area. Petracek's got it. Berto.
Remember we were talking about the changes in the team defense, all the stuff that they did so well last game, Nick, and I don't want to be, a little bicycle kick to.
Anthony with the bicycle there, out wide. And then sent out to Acosta, who goes down on the slide tackle, wins it. Acosta once again, one-on-one, shoots. That one snared out of the air by Petracek. What a save by Brett.
Acosta did a great slide tackle there and just won the battle there and had a good chance, good opportunity. Petracek came up big there, Nick. Could have been 7-3.
As it is right now, St. Louis with a 3-goal lead. Still loose, ball out front. Kansas City trying to ping it around. Leo Gibson's got it, he shoots, it's blocked by St. Louis, gets it back, chips it up again. Oh, and Perez could not head the ball in. He rose up, but did not get high enough. Ball brought back by St. Louis into the corner, looking for Perez off the top of the dasher boards. Now off the glass, and a foul called on St. Louis.
Yeah, I think dangerous play will be called. Comets really picked up the intensity, though, Nick.
Well, with 3 straight goals by St. Louis, something must have woken them up. Create some urgency now. Playing with some urgency.
Something the coach might have said, maybe.
And it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We'll get a timeout on the field.
Media timeout.
And timeout. The MASL and MITRE share a long-term vision to see arena soccer grow in North America. MITRE's Astro Division Ball is the official game ball for the MASL League play. MITRE Astro Division is designed specifically for play on artificial surfaces. It features a more accurate flight than the average ball and has 30% reduced bounce to make it play more efficiently in arena soccer. MITRE, the official ball of the MASL. And don't forget, the MASL has a new podcast. Join Craig Elston as he talks to players, officials, and coaches from across the league and takes you behind the scenes of the MASL. Check out MASLsoccer.com to listen to past episodes and to subscribe to the official MASL podcast. Jim Schwab and Nick Vassos live at Silverstein. And let's check around on the field here. Here, we see that. Let me read that one on there. This is I put that back up there. That's from the MASL page, isn't it? Because I recognize that name. What is it, Jimmy?
Wayne Dan, MASL off the wall. Or Alex McGee.
Oh, yeah, Alex McGee.
Do the announcers ever look to see that their mics are on? LOL. Someone sounded too sexy at the Comets game.
Well, I mean, that's clearly you,
That's
right?
given.
All right.
Next time I'll turn it off. I apologize.
No, leave it on. All right, restart to Kansas City. Sosa on up top to Togba. Kind of rolled over the top of that one. Nascimento's got it. Distributes out wide, and out there alone was Pepe. Still going forward. Shoots, and he scores! St. Louis, 4 straight to take a 7-3 lead. The Comets are stunned.
Well, they go from calling a timeout to get set up on a restart, not getting a good shot off, and then counterattack there. Again, dive in on the boards and 5-hole. Pepe was nice little crafty move along the boards, and
so Robert Acosta gets his first goal on the night. St. Louis gets his first goal on the night. And guess what? Pepe, he gets his first goal of the season tonight. And that's 4 straight. 7-3 St. Louis over Kansas City.
Oh,
out
good
front,
opportunity
Adam
there.
James trying to knock the ball in past Nascimento, who is shaken up, and we've got an official timeout. Nascimento holding his left side of his face. Nascimento is going to come out of the game, and the 6th attacker is going to come on for St. Louis. Nascimento is leaving the field under his own power. I suspect we'll see him again.
Yeah, I think they're going to evaluate him on the sideline. Anything with the concussion protocol. Players getting hit in the head, Nick, 10 years ago, they were just like saying, can you see something?
Right.
Now it's
wave a little smelling salts underneath you.
Yeah.
Get back out there.
And it might be too with an.
He had to come off the field.
An injury timeout.
Yeah, injury timeout. He had to come off the field. So the Comets trying to win the ball back here, and Nacho plays it over to Robert Palmer. Palmer shoots it, and it's blocked by Acosta. Natingu goes up and down, and the penalty is coming up. Acosta chops down the big Frenchman, and he will go to the sin bin, and the Comets will go back on the power play.
Nick, nice hard tackle. You could tell leading up, he was going after it. He committed to it here. And when he goes, he's going all in. And he clipped him pretty good.
Reckless tackle, as you heard there from the referee. Again, the referees are making the calls. They're coming over to the referee's crease, and they're using the public address system to announce the penalties that they're administering on the field.
I think that's a great touch.
I do too. I do too.
I think it
really good by the league. 5 minutes to play in the third. Comets on the power play. Here's Sosa. Comets are 0 for 1 tonight. Gibson now to Sosa, hits it, and it goes in! Sosa, a double ding-dong there, but he got it in there.
A double ding-dong. I can't wait to see that. Was that like DoorDash? Oh, my God. Watch this one. Just what the doctor ordered. I want to see the double ding-dong. Here we go. Leo serves up a nice ball. He cuts it here, and he just... Nick, was it in the first time? This is what...
Let's check it.
I don't know. My eyes don't work that good anymore.
I couldn't tell, but I did see Lucas hit it with his right foot.
You know that's good things. Good things to come. Let's fly to Vegas. And he hit it well with his right foot.
Yeah, he did. Sucker had some pace on it. Good job, Lucas. Comets within 3. Now both teams even strength. Kansas City back on the attacking end again. Kyle Williams in the corner. Kyle Williams front and center. Matingu fires it in there. Pinballs around. There's like 4 white jerseys there in front of the goal. Comets still trying to jam it in. Sosa's there. Rolls it. Dos Santos, no, San Luis makes the save. Comets working hard to win the ball back. Here's Almeida and Sosa giving chase. Dos Santos picks it up. Dos Santos up to Stinson. Stinson heels it back for Dos Santos. And Kansas City gets back defensively, and St. Louis now will reset their offense.
Stinson had a very spectacular move and just mistouched it a little bit, but what an effort there.
Here's Reggett. Reggett turns inside. Reggett bangs it off the boards and then knocked it out of bounds. Goalkeeper distribution. Coming up to the Comets and Brett Petracek.
That young man made a great play up in the stands, Nick. He snared it out of there looked like Travis Kelce.
Very confident, too.
Oh, my goodness. He snagged it out.
He was ready. He didn't have his head in the Dippin' Dots or in the popcorn. He was ready for it.
Oh, yeah.
Put me in, coach. Petracek to Anthony Grant, to Leo. Leo is triple teamed on the far side. Ball bounces into the right wing corner. Anthony Grant is there. Anthony, he's double teamed in the corner. Ball knocked back towards the Comets half of the field, and Petracek off his line. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to play in the third. Comets trail by 3. Here's Palmer forward to Gibson. Gibson marked by Acosta. Gibson with a drive. That one off the top of the glass and comes down for Togba of the Comets. Now Leo again on the right side. Leo bangs it off the wall and nobody there to pounce on the rebound. Nascimento tries to clear it. He does. He gets it out to a teammate. And Pepe goes down. He wanted a call. Comets wrestled it away. Now they've got some numbers here maybe. Here's Robert Palmer into Leo Gibson. Nascimento off his line to knock away Leo's shot. Well, the action is definitely picking up here. The Comets increasing their effort. Brian Perez with a steal. Perez over the top to Nacho. He settles it, shoots, and Nascimento makes the save.
Nick, I'll be honest with you, what a great service to try to get into Nacho on a volley, and Nacho did well with the St. Louis keeper. He's played well here as of late.
Foul called on Leo.
7-4 with 2:05 left. They got to be careful by high pressure, and they got to be aware of the counterattack. I know they have to go after it, but they have to be disciplined going after it, because if they're not disciplined, they're going to get caught on the counter again, and you get to 8-4, you might as well, that's going to be long to come back from.
Petracek heads it away. Laidley is over there along with Matingu of the Comets, and a foul called on St. Louis is Thomas. quick restart for the Comets.
Nick, I don't know about you. I think the referees have done a great job tonight. Yeah, it's been a physical game, and it always is against Kansas City and St. Louis. But the Missouri Comets and in ambush is a very physical game, and it is a physical game. But I think it's been, well controlled by the referees.
Agreed. Joanne Laidley to St. Louis. It rolls into the box, and Petrocek's got it for the Comets. Dagba looking for a teammate. Played over to Sosa. 1 minute, 10 seconds left to play in the third. Kansas City trailing by 3. Lucas Rodriguez's goal here in the third stopped a 4-goal run by St. Louis. Goals by Regged, Dos Santos, Acosta, and Pepe. Until Rodriguez got that last one. There's a shot in the middle, and again, Nascimento is there.
Nascimento reads the game well off the boards, Nick, and he's done well to the.
Yeah. St. Louis goes down. Palmer is over there. Squirts out.
The big man tried to get a call there, and I don't think the referees were buying that one.
He was selling. They're not buying. 20 seconds left to play in the third. Can the Comets get another shot? Another chance here in the final seconds. Sosa into the box. Turns. Now Leo goes down. Looking for a call. Boy, the Comets frustrated there in the final seconds. They had a good look at it here, but just could not uncork the shot. All right, we'll take a break. We have the fourth and final frame coming up next. At the end of 3, it's St. Louis 7, Kansas City 4 on MASL TV.
Up to date with your favorite MASL team. Ooh, we got real close last game, Steve. Are we ready to kick for another car?
We're going to give away a car. I feel it tonight. What's your name? Introduce yourself.
Michael.
Michael, where are you from?
St. Louis.
Michael from St. Louis. Well, welcome here, because right now you have an opportunity to win a brand new car like Nate said, valued at $25,000. Now, your name was chosen at random, so if you want this opportunity, make sure you guys swing by the Adams Toyota booth in the concourse for an opportunity. We've measured this out, 25 yards, 75 feet. It's a 19-inch target it cannot bounce. If you can do so, you've got yourself a $25,000 vehicle, the RAV4. Brand new. What do you think?
This is awesome.
This is awesome. That's right. All right. Make some noise right now, Comets fans, for Michael. Whenever you're ready, Michael, win that brand new car, buddy. Woo! Michael, that was awful good, buddy. One more time for Michael. We're going to give you some tickets to the next game. We want you to come back up, have another opportunity. It's getting closer and closer. Somebody's going to win this car. I feel it this year. A brand new vehicle, all thanks to Adams Toyota there in Lee's Summits.
Thank you, Steve. That was a beautiful kick. Pin high. Calling all future supernovas. If you're between the ages of 5 and 18 and you love to dance your heart out, the Shooting Stars Junior program is for you. Join the supernovas on the field at the February 16th Kansas City Comets game against the Milwaukee Wave. Your Shooting Star package includes 4 clinics, a pair of pom-poms, a t-shirt, and a signed poster. Visit the Supernovas page at kccomets.com for more information.
Great to have you here in Kansas City, the Kansas City area on MASL TV, alongside Jim Schwab, Jeff Houston, Brad Zimmerman, our director tonight, Lindsay Adele are doing replays tonight. We appreciate all their help to bring you the sights and sounds here of Arena Soccer, MASL TV. Kansas City has some work to do. They're down by 3 going into this fourth quarter now. Both keepers switch ends. Nascimento is now to our left, and Brett Petracek, the Comets keeper, to our right.
The Comets have to come out and push the pace. They have to, Nick. And no.
Comets outscored 4-1 in that third quarter. The ambush scored 4 straight in the third. Reggett, Dos Santos, Acosta, Pepe, and Rodriguez. Dos Santos has 2 goals tonight to lead St. Louis. Here's Adam James of the Comets. Dos Santos is there. He digs it out, kicks it long. Petracek's there for the Comets. Comets out shooting St. Louis 26-16. Anthony Grant with a drive and a save made by Paulo. Anthony Grant. His pass deflected to Palmer, who decides to play back to Petracek. Comets in action this Sunday, 7:05. Day after tomorrow, they'll take on UCFC. Here's Anthony Grant, tripped up by Dos Santos. St. Louis will kick it long.
I saw Coach pull over Anthony Grant, right at the quarter. And since that conversation, he's been really involved in running at people and taking some chances. So nice to see him respond to whatever Coach Winfield had to say to him.
Here's Ramon Palmer. Ramon to Sosa. Now Nacho. Kansas City 4-4. St. Louis 4-5. Comets have won 3 straight. St. Louis is 2-3 over their last 5. Palmer. Now to Nacho. He measures it, hits it first time, ball loose, and cleared away by Stinson of the ambush.
The ambush have good discipline here, but Comets are knocking the ball around pretty good.
Good possession here by the Comets. Ramon Palmer, wall pass, headed back in there, and Nascimento snares the header from Leo Gibson. That was nearly full extension also by Nascimento, who has had a brilliant game tonight. San Luis, triple team by the Comets, and it's taken away by Kansas City with under 12 to play in the game. Comets trail by 3.
Looks like James is changing with Leo now up top, so see if putting him in the game is cost some energy.
Tingo goes hard into the boards. Rodriguez is there, and Pepe comes away with it. Now the Comets fight hard to get it back. Kyle Williams back down to Matingo, who ding-dongs off the post. Oh, another drive by Lucas, and another save by Nascimento.
Was that a skate save? And then not a double ding-dong, but just a ding-dong.
Yeah. Kyle Williams. Correction, Matingu. Now, far side, Palmer. Palmer goes by Pepe. Palmer off the wall. Back out front, cleared way long.
Nick, when the Comets have the ball here, and they're going to run at people one-on-one, Comets the ambush are going to give them that, but we have to get traffic on the goalkeeper because the goalkeeper's seeing too much right now. I think Leo's got to maybe post up in front of the keeper instead of back behind him and see if we can get a deflection goal or something.
Right now the Comets standing around the perimeter. Now here comes some movement by the Comets offense. Anthony Grant going against 3 players. Kicked it right into all 3 of them, and St. Louis will try to clear it away. Comets poke it away, and Nascimento pounces on the rebound. Nascimento throws it high. And Reggett heads it towards the corner. Reggett is there. Back to Silva. Now Dos Santos making a bid for the hat trick. Hits it wide. Under 10 to play. St. Louis maintaining their 3-goal lead. Here come the Comets chasing. Over to Joanne Laidley. And then kicked across the field to Reggett. They had it deflected. Silva. Now to Zach Reggett. Back to Silva in the left wing corner. Well, you can see St. Louis. We're playing keep away right now with 9.5 to play.
They're going to back the ball out. See if they can get some wholesale changes on both teams. See if we get some fresh legs.
St. Louis has fresh legs on the floor. Dos Santos is out there. He'll turn, face the goal. Here comes Dos Santos. Now to Reggett. Correction, that was Stinson. Now Pepe. All the way back to Nascimento. 7-4. Ambush over the Comets. Now a takeaway. A shot saved. Made by Paulo again.
Paulo standing on his head.
Oh, now Bramone again with a drive. That one off the post. Now the counter. Stinson runs right into Robert Palmer. Palmer up with it. Stinson is shaken up. Palmer will not be denied, still moving forward. And then knocked out of bounds by Leo. And it'll go to St. Louis.
Some good energy on that shift. It's just unfortunate we couldn't get a goal there.
Clayton Matthews with it in the corner. Well, you feel like the next goal is going to be the big one here tonight. Whoever can get the next goal. And the Comets need it to come soon.
Well, you might be looking at a 6th attacker here shortly, Nick.
Kyle Williams. Broken up by the ambush. Mario Marcos still going forward. Marcos down the left side, shoots it in there. Petracek makes a pretty easy save. Not a lot of pace on that ball. A win here today would catapult St. Louis into 2nd place in the South Central Division. That's where the Comets are currently. And that would give Comets a 1-3 home record. Can you believe that? 1-3 if they lose. Still have 7 minutes and 10 seconds left to play. Here's BP to Matingu, hits it first time. Nascimento saves. Now Anthony Grant. Sosa.
Here comes the sixth attacker, Nick.
6th attacker is on. It's Lucas Rodriguez. 6 minutes and 55 seconds left to play in the game. And Rodriguez is on. Nacho comes on, as well as Tagba. So it's Sosa, Nacho, Tagba, Perez, Gibson, and Rodriguez. All skill players on the field for the Comets. Lucas tees one up, lets it fly, and that went off Reggett of the ambush. Now to Leo. Here's Tagba. Sosa. Roly-polies a few times. Volley shot there by Perez. Goes out of bounds. And we've got an official timeout on the field. Officials timeout. We'll take a break. 6:24 left to play in the game. St. Louis 7, Kansas City 4.
All right, Comets fans, turn your attention to Comets Vision. Get up on your feet. It's time for our Sports Shake. Shake hand with a very special song to dance to tonight. Well, get up, show us your moves. Let's get up and dance to I Love It by our very own number 22, Anthony Grant.
Let's get real naughty and the night is young and it's time to party going whining. Turn your body around, I wanna go slow, I wanna give you more, I want this love to grow. Get me on the floor, baby, yeah. Meet me on the floor, baby. Yeah, she gon' make me move. She gon' make me groove. She gon' make me show all the things I wanna do. Meet me on the floor, baby. Yeah, meet me on the floor, baby. Yeah, I know you gon' love it. I know. Brace and wind up. I know you gon' love it. I know. Brace and wind up. I know you gon' love it. I know. Brace and wind up. I know you gon' love it. I know. Girl, you are mine. I see the look in your eyes. We can make love to sunrise. I hope you like surprises. I hope you like the finest things. Take control of me like a puppet on a string. You're the real thing. Fill me up with good time. That's what love means. I want you on my team. I want you to have a ring call.
All right, folks, that is I Love It by our forward, Anthony Grant. Great song from him. You can check that out on our social media pages. I'll play I Love It for your friends and family this weekend.
Give me a mic check there, Jimmy. That's all right. That's okay. Thank you, Brad. Give me a mic check there, Jimmy.
Testing.
Oh, we got you. Okay. All right, restart to Kansas City. By the way, what'd you think of that song there by Anthony Grant?
Incredible. I like the vibe, and I didn't know it was his song.
Yeah, that's his. Anthony Grant's new song. All right, sixth attacker out there.
Comets sixth attacker bringing it into the field.
And Tagba to Nacho. Back to Lucas. Lucas down to Nacho. Blocked by St. Louis. Shot just wide
from Rodriguez.
Good opportunity there. And
hey, control room, we have public address and music playing in the sound. There we go. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. That's okay. Oh, wow. Tagba came up and just cracked one a little high, up and over the glass. And looks like Nascimento's going to have it. Boy, got to get busy here. 7-4. Comets down by 3. 5:38 left to go.
5:38. 6 attackers out. You know what? They've had momentum. They've had possession, but they got to get a goal here, Nick.
Well, you can clearly see St. Louis' strategy. That 4-goal bulge that they got in the third quarter has afforded them the convenience of playing like they are right now. Just get back defensively, and that's the message from their head coach, Everton. So Petracek is out there, and as soon as he crosses the half line, here he goes. Lucas Rodriguez will come on. Sixth attackers back on for the Comets. Lucas to Ramon. Back to Rodriguez. And Rodriguez shot saved by Nascimento.
That's one thing you got to be careful of, because if you don't hit a good pace shot and the keeper grabs it, that's 50, 60 yards of running.
Yeah. Sosa to Gibson. Gibson forward to Lucas. To the corner to Ramon Palmer. Palmer's got it in the corner. Palmer going deep. Oh, through the area. Could not find Perez. Now Nacho turns, fires. That one just a little wide. Nascimento way off his line.
He's not happy with the no call, but
yeah,
that's pretty brave, being 3 goals up, to be flying out that fast. But listen, when he's playing that good, he's got some confidence.
Yeah, he's played brilliantly tonight. Ramon Palmer was on the doorstep, could not redirect it in. Here's Leo front and center. Toe poke, save Nascimento.
Saved off a deflection.
God,
Leo hit it with a little toe poke, and it deflected off the ambush, and what a great reaction save.
Leo another drive in there. That one blocked by Duarte. Here's Pepe.
Oh.
And Pepe teed one up and cranks it over the glass. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to play, and the Comets need 3 goals.
Nick, like that play, you know, you wish you could have a good shot, quality shot by the ambush, but listen, that doesn't hurt the ambush. They get set back up. If you're going to make a mistake, you make it long. You don't make it in the center of the field. You don't turn the ball over. And then they can regroup and also get a rest.
The voice of Jim Schwab. I am Nick Vassos. And a giveaway near the half line. And Reggett racing back there. And Reggett bangs it home. It's 8-4. And that could be night-night for the Comets.
You just love the way Reggett works. I mean, you know, watch this, Nick. I mean, Lucas is caught on a, remember the 40, 50-yard run? And he got caught. Reggett won the ball and deflected it down there. And it was game on.
Tonight, for whatever reason, Jimmy, we're not seeing the effort that the Comets had in the last 3 games that they played. The game that we saw against Florida, where they made up their mind that they were going to, everybody was going to get behind the ball and play team defense. We just haven't seen that. That last goal right there was a result of a pass that was broken up and given away near the half line, and Reggett was able to beat Rodriguez there. It's 8-4, and we have 2 minutes and 38 seconds left to play in the game. Rodriguez's drive blocked by Duarte again.
One thing they need to do is get the ball down low.
A lot of passing around the perimeter. Leo Gibson bangs that one up to our broadcast position. Petracek will come back on. And looks like we got a timeout on the field.
I think St. Louis called a timeout to regroup, get their power, get their, not penalty killing, but the 6-attacker defensive unit against a 6-attacker, rest it, organize, and regroup. I think it's a great timeout.
Comets would like to thank Mitre for providing today's match balls. Mitre, founded in Huddersfield, England, is among the world's Mitre is among the world's oldest sporting good brands, starting production back in 1817, and Mitre is the proud partner of the Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and MASL2. So, our score, 8-4. Kansas City trailing St. Louis with 2:18 left to play. Long shot for sure for the Comets to try to get back into this game here. Comets likely here to go 1-3 at home. And as disappointed as Comets fans were at the beginning of the season with how things started, what a nifty move by Anthony Grant in the midfield. Plays it forward to Ramon Palmer. The disappointing early home schedule here, 1-3. Palmer! Shazam for the Bombasso! It's 8-5. Maybe a little too late, but Robert Palmer gets into the scoring.
Here it is. Ball comes here and slides across by John Sosa, and he hits it. Oh, it hits the St. Louis defender and deflects in. But that's when you sacrifice your body, and sometimes it works, and sometimes, the keeper's coming across. Great ball by John Sosa.
Sosa gets his... Kind of surprised at Sosa's first assist tonight.
Yeah, and you know what? You look at John Sosa's first assist, and Leo hasn't scored. Yep. If I'm correct in the stats, looking at the stats, hey, when you're
3.1 points a game, and he's been held pointless.
Yep.
Great job by St. Louis.
You could tell that's the focal point in St. Louis. Every time he has the ball, there's one or two guys around him, Nick, and it's, you know, it hasn't come easy for Leo tonight.
Well, Paulo Nascimento has been just special tonight for the ambush. And his teammates in front of him have also been good. Held the Comets to 5 points. They they typically score almost 8. Now Zach Reggett from the half line takes a crack at with the 6th attacker on. This is it wide right or left. Rodriguez on up to Sosa. 1 minute and 20 seconds left to play in the game. Here's Matingu. Along with Duarte. Now Sosa. Left side for Nacho. Now back to John. Into Leo Gibson. Boy, Leo hit it first time. And Paulo once again read it beautifully. He's been great.
You know, you're saying coffee quick?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or cat quick.
I mean, that's
coffee, whatever.
Meow.
Telling you.
Wow. Because he hit it. I mean, that's a hard.
Sosa over the top. Rodriguez tries to head it in there. It's blocked. Under a minute to play. St. Louis is going to go back to 500 at 5-5. Kansas City's going to fall to 4-5 and back into 3rd place in the MASL South Central Division. St. Louis will move back into 2nd place. Sound like I've been beating, well, I've been beating this drum about taking care of business at home. And that's what the Comets have to do. I mean, unless you think you're going to go out on the road and win every road game, where the Comets are 3-2 this year. Comets 3-2 on the road, and now 1-3 here at home with 31 seconds left to play. It's just disappointing. And I can only imagine what the players feel like down on the field.
Well, I mean, you know, you look at this, Nick, there's a reason why they won on the road, Milwaukee, and there's a reason why they played the Florida Tropics the way they did, and they won. You know what? Sometimes in this game you play great and the ball doesn't bounce your way.
Yep.
I don't think they put out the team effort today as far as the organization part to get the job done.
And exciting for the St. Louis Ambush. I mean, they're back to 500 now. And getting a good road win here in Kansas City.
Huge road win.
Horn sounds, and that's it. It's the final. St. Louis comes to Kansas City and takes care of the Comets 8-5.
What do you think the man of the match is?
Paulo Nascimento. No question about it.
No doubt whatsoever, man. That guy's, he might be jumping around. He might be jumping around the seat. Hey, I wish yourself, everybody, the crew here, fans, to get home safe. I know it's getting cold, and I'll see you Sunday.
Yep,
I know there's a special game coming down the road here, so we'll be part of that one as well.
We definitely will. Coach Runfed's going off the field here, but we're going to talk to the man of the match here, Paulo Nascimento. And we'll also talk to a Comet player, I believe. Jeff Houston is standing by. Standing by to talk to Paulo. Comets are now 4-5. They are 4 games behind Milwaukee in the South Central Division. St. What is now 5-5.
You got to think St. Louis too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's man of the match, but he came in and what do you have? A goal and an assist.
He did. The second game, just the second game this
season.
Second
game back. He, you know, I think he had limited minutes. You can tell he's not 100% yet, but he came in and gave him a spark and just a great energy.
All right, let's hear from Jeff. He has our man of the match.
Okay, fans, I'm here with Paulo Nascimento, goalkeeper for the Ambush. Paulo, great game tonight. You unofficially have faced 42 shots. You were able to turn away all but 5 of them. What was the key to your success tonight?
Yes, it was a great game, really hard game. Kansas City against St. Louis. Always is good games. Two teams, good work, job, week. We know this game is so important because the conference game, and Kansas City win the last 3 games. That's a great game. Thank you for so much.
All right, thank you, Paulo. Thank you. Back to you, Nick.
What a game for that guy right there, Paulo Nascimento. For Paulo, he picks up his, I believe that is his 3rd win of the year, the first couple of games of the season. They had Casey Clark starting, but Nascimento's gone the rest of the way, and boy, he looked great tonight. He made all kinds. He made the basic saves, and then he made the crazy acrobatic saves that are demoralizing at time when you're struggling to try to find goals in a game. And you got a keeper like Paulo who's played as dynamically as he did tonight. It can really give your teammates a big boost of energy.
Well, a big boost of energy, and not only that, Nick, but it's just a good win for the Ambush on the road.
We also have Brian Perez. He's with Jeff Houston right now. Jeff?
All right, thanks, guys. I'm here with Captain Brian Perez. Brian, tough night tonight. It's a tough 3rd quarter. What happened there?
I mean, it was a roller coaster. We thought we did pretty well first quarter, created a bunch of chances, and we didn't finish. And, you know, the goals started getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and we started making mistakes defensively, and, you know, they capitalized. So
now, no rest for the weary. Got one day off and right back here on Sunday. How do you just move on from this game?
Well, I mean, we're professionals, so we have to, you know, get on and move on to the next game. So we cannot get stuck with this game, and, you know, it's very quick turnaround. So we'll have to come back Sunday and fix those mistakes.
All right, we're looking forward to seeing you here again on Sunday. Thanks very much, Brian. Back to you guys.
All right, Jeff, thanks a lot. Brian Perez there with our Jeff Houston down on the Sport Shake field here. Comets fall to St. Louis by a final count of 8-5. St. Louis is back in action tomorrow night. You St. Louis fans, down at Family Arena, UCFC is coming to town, 7:05 Saturday night. Check the St. Louis's website there for tickets for the Ambush and UCFC tomorrow night. And then UCFC is going to come to Kansas City on Sunday, January 20th. That'll be the Comets' next home game when they host UCFC at 7:05 Sunday night here at Silverstein Ice Center's Arena. KCComets.com has your ticket information. And don't forget, there's more MASL action tonight. San Diego travels to Tacoma to run with the Stars. The Sockers are 8-1 on the season. They'll kick off on MASL TV at 9:35. Well, Coach, some final thoughts here before we say goodnight here from Silverstein. You're a coach in the locker room. What do you say tonight as the team gets ready for Sunday's game?
Well, you're lucky. I mean, the Comets are lucky that they don't have to wait a week, because that's a long week of practice. When you play that good here last time at home, that good in Milwaukee to get a road win, because you can't go to Milwaukee and play bad and to win. They deserved a good win, and all that momentum just goes, you know, all the good things you did there, they just didn't put together good 4 quarters. And we said at the beginning of the game, and that's one of the keys of the game. And you know what? The Ambush deserved to win tonight. I think they played, you know, they were the better team tonight. I hate to say that, and, you know, being a hometown announcer, but they just, you know, they deserved,
no question about it.
They deserved a W.
They sure did. St. Louis improves to 5-5, and Kansas City falls to 4-5. That is going to do it for our broadcast this evening. For my broadcast partner, Jim Schwab, for Jeff Houston, for our Silverstein Ice Center's crew, including Director Brad Zimmerman and our replay person, Lindsay Adele. Thank you guys so much for your help tonight. Once again, the final score, St. Louis 8, Kansas City 5. Thanks for watching MASL TV, and good night.